So another little dump here in the market, BTC at 56,300. Nice little temporary bounce here at the moment, but this is on the smaller timeframes. On the bigger timeframes, I might have quite a bullish indicator that is showing a couple of signs here. It still needs to happen. So we can't get ahead of ourselves here, but things are looking very interesting from that front. Then I've got updates for you on this current pullback. We might get some entries on things like Rune, Phantom, Render is one of them as well. Tower I'm looking at, and I've got a couple of others here for you guys. So we've got lots to talk about today. It's a down day, but it should be an up day. Let's get right into this. You're reading the ticker at the bottom here that Ray's put in here. It says, smash the likes and tell your mama. I mean, there he is.
Let's go ahead and smash him.
His bull goggles are back on, guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. You know what you need to do. And let's take a look at this. The red disaster here. So, 𝗬𝗓𝗓. We spoke about this yesterday. Looking great. Okay, that's a banger for the spot bags. Everything else pretty red at the moment and looking moderately miserable. Look at Sol, one of the biggest letdown trades that I'm having here at the moment, leading into breakpoint, leading into the rate cuts. Can Sol please start pumping? I would really appreciate that. -3%. All around a little bit of misery. If you were in scalp longs and things like that, you've been stopped out, you've been chopped and things like that. If you're holding a short, I've been holding a head short on BTC. That thing's been printing, so that's been keeping life okay for us. But a couple of round trips. I did a round trip on Render off that monthly pivot, but I see there's a strong bounce at the moment off the weekly pivots. We're going to look at that in detail, and I've got tons of setups again for you guys. Higher time frame looks, and then we're dialing in on the smaller time frames. Hopefully you're going to learn something here from me today, and if you do, well, it's free. You just hit the likes, you hit the subscribe. You guys know what you need to do. Let's look at BTC, and let's just pull up the 4 hour. Okay, we've now gone full degen. I've got you guys daily, I've got you 4 hour, and I've got 15 minutes. So you can't say I don't do a thorough Bitcoin analysis when we do this stuff. But look at what is happening here. So the rejection we gave yesterday in our rejection band, that was this 57,300 zone after tapping that anchored VWAP. So no changes here. Okay, it's done exactly what we expected it to do. If we're looking at a chart on the 4 hour, this is more than reasonable here. This pullback we're experiencing now, we can't get upset about it. Okay, it looks totally reasonable as to what is happening here on the chart. So what are we watching at the moment? You can see it's bouncing off, funnily enough, the anchored VWAP from the dump on the 6th of September. So this is now coming into play again after rejecting off the anchored VWAP from the dump on the 5th of August. Okay, so this stuff is all now playing the little games here for us. So support that we're watching now on the 4 hour for me, 55,500. Okay, watching that ties in with the lows. It ties in with a couple of horizontals as well. So notable. Okay, strong little bounce there off that region. Then a little bit lower down on the 4 hour, 54,600. That's the downside situation. Then upside, we know we've had multiple taps on this anchored VWAP. No reason to not expect a rejection there again at 57,000, or call it 58,000. Okay, if we do start breaking higher than that, then we're turning bullish. Then these alts are ripping. Okay, then things are going to start taking off. But right now, you can see a war zone ahead of us at 58K on the 4 hour. We start blowing that turns into support, then the fun starts again. So right now, hang in there. Okay, let's see how this bounce plays out. You can see it's quite a strong candle here from BTC on the 4 hours so far. And we'll dial in on that in more detail in a couple of minutes. And here's the current Prime XBT situation. So I'm in a link long position and I'm still sitting in my BTC short. So I don't have a reason to close this BTC short just yet. Okay, we've got that anchored VWAP in the way. I'm currently long link. So if if the market starts moving up, link should push up. It should cover any losses on that short there. And we're going to hold this BTC short until proven otherwise. So we're going to let it ride. Okay, so Prime XBT, if you guys want to trade on Prime XBT, don't forget, you can trade the S&P, gold, oil, silver, and all these other things, CFDs, Forex and stuff on Prime XBT as well. It's not just a crypto exchange. So there is a link in the show description here for you guys if you want to join me on some of this action. But let's see, we're getting a slight little bounce here, and on the 15 minutes you can see we are in we've lost the downtrend, which we've retested. Look at that, retested that downtrend. Let's see if we get a little bit more strength or not. We'll see how it's going to play out. What's that? Is that our link? Okay, there it is. Okay, let's look at what is going on. So it was all about this debate last night. Okay, a lot of guys were, and myself included, said, potential market mover here. And I think with a combination of the CPI that came out today and the debate, I mean, it's fair to say we can't pinpoint exactly, but it's looking miserable out there. So, number one, Trump says he's not inclined to have another debate with Harris. Okay, I'm not inclined to do it because I won the debate a lot. I don't know. Did he win the debate a lot? You guys can let me know. I'm running a poll in the chats here, and let's see what you guys are saying. I said, who won the debate? 40% actually say Trump won the debate. Okay, now I didn't watch it. I've just seen a couple of clips here or there floating around. Harris 24% and 90% of you lost the debate. Okay, keep it going. I just want to see especially the American sentiment out there. I want to see how you guys are doing. And this is Poly Market. So, if you guys believe Trump won the debate, Poly Markets are telling us something different. Okay, look on the left. Before the debate, 53% odds in favor of Trump, 45 Harris. Now 49-49, okay, after the debate. So maybe the market is saying, maybe Kamala's got a bit of a vibe here. Could be. And what was that comment there about showing up there? I missed that one.
He won by showing up.
Oh, he won by showing up. Okay. So, Polymarket user bets $1.2 million on Harris after the debate. Okay, so he's basically saying he's standing a chance to win 2.6 if Harris now wins this election. So guys are throwing their money after it. I mean, guys, you'll have to tell me in the chats what you thought of that debate, and I'm interested to read the comments here from you guys. But just Jack Nievold basically giving us some calm down tablets here. And he's saying, I don't think a presidency from Harris is as disastrous for crypto as everyone is saying. We already have a blueprint for how she might treat crypto, okay, the Biden admin. And while things could be better with regards to crypto, they are ultimately fine. We just got ETFs, okay? Trump is bullish. Kamala is less bullish. But if the entire industry relies on abundant liquidity to thrive, we'd likely see more of that under Kamala than Trump. Right, she's going to put on the money printers, right? And there's a couple of policies there that might indicate they might print a little bit more. So, maybe, yes, he's not wrong. Long term could be quite interesting, but I'm also just tired of this. Okay, look at this. Aren't you just tired of this? And this was 𝗧𝗢𝗓𝗕. He says the whole 10 a.m. slam every day is wild. I mean, when this US market opens, every single day, these guys just start selling BTC. I mean, I've had enough. I've had enough of this every single day. At some point, that is going to change for us. At some point, we're going to get some degree of pumpage. And, this is exactly why I've been holding hedge shorts and things like this to look after you when you get these types of sell-offs. It's nice to have a hedge play in these tricky market conditions at the moment. And, you just get a little bit of cover. Okay, so you might want to be net long and things like that. And my bias is naturally in these current conditions, my bias is now we're looking for a bigger move. Okay, we're making assumptions here that the September 6th dump is the higher low we were looking for and that we can maybe push on. But nothing wrong with a couple of hedge plays, because ultimately if you do get some big sell-offs in these altcoins, at least you're covered on some of your stop losses and things like that on a couple of hedge shorts. And that is exactly why, BTC is one of those that could be fun to short. Now, the CPI, okay, this has come out of Benjamin Cowan, the information's everywhere. It came out exactly as estimated, okay? So that's cool, okay, lovely. But now what does that mean for the market? So Zero Hedge basically says this 50 basis points cut is now off the table, okay? So maybe not the best response from the S&P, and this thing dumped, it's recovering now in the last hour, so that's a nice little move. But what we can see is the initial reaction to the move for the S&P was to actually dump this thing and put everything under pressure. And we saw the crypto got under a hell of a lot of pressure as well. Some of these altcoins took a couple of body slams there. So right now, S&P 5,380, you can see this support now has held well, and now a strong bounce. A couple of hours into market open, we're getting a strong bounce. So that initial sell-off looks like they are happy with what they have done to date. Okay, let's see. So 5,385 is where it's going to be. Now, there might be a lot of new traders here, or a lot of people that look at these charts that I do that don't really know what the hell I'm talking about. They basically want to know, must I buy, must I sell, and all these types of things. So I wanted to just intro you guys again to this crypto school, Sniper School. It's a free trading school. All the stuff I do on these charts that you see every single day, you can learn these basics. You just go to the Sniper School. It's a free school. There's a link in the description for you guys. Just go and sign up. Join this thing. Learn about pulling fibs. Learn about trends. Learn about resistance and support and RSIs and some of all these fun things that I do. It's literally a free course. You don't have to pay anything. So just go there, learn the stuff, then come watch my shows. And then you'll understand a lot of what I'm talking about, a lot of the jargon that I'm using here. It will make more sense to you guys. So jump into that crypto school. There's a link for you in the description as well. And wow, look at this candle, Raymond. I'm going to get squeezed out on my short here. This is unreal.
I told you. I mentioned something about it long before the show.
Yeah, Raymond, I'm holding the short until proven otherwise. Okay, we'll have to see. But that is.
I also agree. Higher time frame.
Okay, let's look at the liquidation map and tell you my thinking behind this thing. Look at this. This is now the 24-hour liquidation map. Look at these little juicy little yellow slots here at the bottom. Let's get this back down to 55,300. That sort of level. Look here. Okay, there's lots of liquidity down here. So this is a little bit odd that they didn't come and close this out because this was here from earlier today. This was sitting in this region also. So a nice thick region, 55,300 to 50K. Looks interesting down there. Okay, now we've had a big pump. And where would they most likely want to send the price? Well, we can see here, 56,300. That looks interesting. 57K. That looks interesting. And then a little bit higher, 57,500. And then look at this thick band here at 58. Okay, so that could really make a lot of sense to us. Let's look on the, wow, Raymond. Let's look at these smaller time frames.
Let's not get too excited. Just scalp plays. Let's not get excited.
Okay, this is late shorters getting squeezed here a little bit as well. If you did grab some kind of scalp long here, you know what to do. Okay, so let me just explain what you're looking at in front of you. This is the 1 hour. Okay, so I've compressed this a little bit. It was 15 minutes earlier, but I've compressed this thing. And we just want to look at what is going on in smaller time frames here. And this chart that I gave you guys yesterday with these levels, it's actually played out perfectly. Now, yesterday, we earmarked at 56K, there was a liquidation level for us on that exact liquidation map that I showed you yesterday. 56K was a hot zone. What did these guys do? They dropped it onto the 382. They took out that liquidity there that we saw on that liquidation map, and they gave us a nice little pump. Okay, so nice little scalp zone. Again, key lesson here. Pull out these fibs. Get some confluence, tied in with liquidations, tied in with horizontals, fibs, anchored VWAPs, all these types of things. When you have 2 or 3 lined up for yourself, balance of probabilities, you get some kind of reaction in those zones. So scalper zone number 1 yesterday, 56K ping. Okay, so hopefully some of you guys got that. Then yesterday we spoke about where could we go if we do send this one a little bit lower. So I highlighted a couple of regions here for you. And the big one that I was paying attention to was 55,300. But we did note yesterday, this anchored VWAP from the 6th of September dump was slightly lower. Okay, now subsequent to that is now moved higher. And just want to note again for you guys how important this VWAP is for you. Look at this thing on your charts. Look how this thing is responding for a bounce off the anchored VWAP from the dump on the 6th of September. Look how it reacted as resistance to the anchored VWAP on the 6th of August. Okay, so now we know we've got a new toy that we can play with. When you tie these things in with horizontals and trends and all these types of things, they really start giving you a little picture. So right now for me, support you can see is the low from this candle just below this anchored VWAP, 55,500. That is support you're going to be watching now today. And then resistance bands, you can see again, we're at resistance right now, 56,865. If we do push higher, you've got your danger zone up there. This is your anchored VWAP. That's 58K. Does that tie in with this liquidity hunt here? Look at that. Bang, 58. Okay, we got a nice little cluster up here for you guys. So just be a little bit careful up in that region over there. So 57K, where we are now, looking for a rejection here. Alternatively, 58K is where it's at. So now you've got your game plan, you've got your supports, those types of things. You can see reaction here at this horizontal support currently. So any scalpers, that would have been a nice little TP zone for you guys. Now, I've got a chart for you that could give us a couple of bullish signs, but there is a caveat to this thing, because if this doesn't play out the way we want it to play out now, it could result in about a 10 or 15% dump on BTC before we get our next move. So brace yourselves. Okay, brace yourselves. Things are going to get spicy here. This is the MACD on the daily, okay, for BTC. And I see, what is the tutter stuff? Which of all the VWAPs to choose on TradingView? What I do, okay, let me give you some alpha here, guys. Okay, This is free. Okay, all you have to do, right? All you have to do, just like the content, subscribe. Okay, watch my show, learn.
Or join Sniper Club. Join Sniper Club. The link's in the description.
Here it is. Okay, so you go to TradingView. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the top. Okay, 5 from the top on TradingView. Okay, highlight that window, anchored VWAP. Bang, there it is there. That's where you grab it. Okay, you drop it in on the dump on the 6th of August. You drop it in on the dump on the 6th of September. Sorry, 5th of August. 6th of September. Drop that in. Okay, that's a nice little bit of alpha for you guys. Okay, there's your weapon. Okay, that is going to make you money. I'm telling you, that stuff is going to make you money. And all you need to do is just watch my show. Okay, that's all you guys need to do. I'll give you setups all day long. Now, what am I looking at? This is BTC on the daily. This is the MACD. Okay, now it's basically a momentum oscillator and things like that. And you use it on stocks, you use it on everything. Okay, but it tells us a story. It tells us a tale. And what we're looking at here, BTC MACD, I want to go through a couple of things. But right now, if you zoom in to the bottom here, you can see that this blue line is looking to go and cross through the orange line. Okay, now that is what I'm focusing on today. This is what I want to talk about today. And there are positives and negatives about the current situation. So let's first look at the positives. What I've highlighted here is when this MACD has actually crossed over, when the blue line has crossed over the orange line. Okay, I want to show you what happens to BTC. The first time that I've gone back, so I've gone back a couple of times, okay? 2nd of Feb, first time I did it, 24%. Then we crossed over again, okay? So we dipped under, we crossed over again, 42% upside BTC, okay? Then we go to the next time it crossed over, 14% up. Then we go to the next time it crossed over, 21% up. Then recently we had it again in August, 10% up. Okay, so there's the positives when it crosses over. Now, what happens when it comes up to this orange line and rejects and doesn't cross over? Okay, now I've marked 2 X's for you guys. This one here on the 23rd of April, you can see what happened. We started pushing into the orange band, then we rejected off that. And what did we get? We got a 15% dump on BTC. They printed new lows. Okay, not a good look. Then we had the situation again. It pushed up onto the orange band, looking to cross over. Everybody probably got excited. What happened? It rejected off that band. We got a 15% dump on BTC. Okay, so the rejection, we know the rejection is not a good look. It's a 15% downside. If we turn green and we pop through this orange line, you're most likely going to get an average move of, let's call it 15 to 20% on BTC. So this is something I'm going to be watching closely now over the next couple of days. And you can see this, the momentum oscillator here, it's currently red. When this thing starts turning green, that's going to be a sign that there could be some bullish momentum coming in the market. Okay, and that is what we're looking for. And then we're looking for BTC to start churning up and start hitting some big targets. So it is there. Okay, watch the stuff. Get this one on your charts. Pay attention to it. I'll keep updating you guys this week as we go, because we're either going to get the rejection or we're going to get the crossover now, I would say in the next couple of days. Let's see how that plays out. But if we do get that crossover, suddenly the odds are in our favor. Okay, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it's happened when it's actually crossed over and turned green, we've had some pumpage. So if we get that, we're firing up these longs, and we're going to see how that's going to play out. So something to watch, guys. Mark this chart, get this MACD on, and take a look. Now, what are we going to do with all these trading profits, okay? So this is what generally happens with trading profits. Tell me if I'm wrong, okay? You in your trading account, you make money, cool. You make USDT, you buy spot and things like that, and it's sitting in your exchange, okay? What do? The market falls over. What do you want to do? Oh, no, you sell some spot so you can trade, right? You're keeping dollars in your exchange to trade. What do? You don't save it. You use it in your leverage account. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, how do we solve that problem? Very simple. Ray, am I right?
Did you call me? Did you call me about moving money to leverage?
Okay, get a ledger. Okay, this is really, guys, this is why you need this. Okay, and I know you guys, if you're trading leverage, 10x, 20x, you degens. Okay, when you make a profit, take that money out of your hands, take it off your exchange. Okay, take those spot things off your exchange, move it onto a ledger, make it difficult for yourself to go back and get that money. Okay, am I right or am I wrong, Raymond?
Honestly, this is priceless. This is priceless education. Every trade you make a certain amount of profit, maybe 20%, send it straight to your ledger.
Take it away.
You always got
okay?
that.
take it away. Then you can't in the dead of the night, you're sitting on your couch watching Netflix and you're like, oh, nice level here on the chart, let me go long, and you fuck yourself. How much? You lose 100, you lose 200, whatever, all that stuff. Okay, trust me, do this. Okay, get a ledger. There's a link in the description here for you guys. They're giving you $10 of BTC. Use the link in the description here and go and grab it. Take your trading profits or however much you make, $5, $10, $20, whatever you're making on a trade, take some away. Get it away from your fingers, okay? Get away from your itchy fingers, I'm telling you guys. And that is what you need to do. So there's a link here in the description for Ledger, okay? Go to the show, under the show here. Everything is sitting here for you guys. And, I see it's not here. Okay, it's going to be here. The Ledger link is going to magically appear for you guys while the show is live, okay? It's going to happen there for you guys. I'm waiting, ready and waiting for you guys. Okay, let's go. Let's look at some of these altcoins. Let's see what is what. Okay, let's talk link. So you guys see that I'm in a link position at the moment. Very simple game plan here. And what do we do? Okay, fibs from the low to the high, bang. Okay, we've got our 382. You can see what's happening. Link started falling over earlier today. What does that mean? I sit back, I wait, I relax. Okay, we know we've got a big level coming. 10.2, we could see this was a reaction area for us. So we pinged this area, little bit of action here for link. Now we're watching. We've got our support marker, which is the low, 10.16. Okay, so that for me, link, if we go back to this link position, look at that rejection on BTC. Okay, so here's link at the moment. You can see my stop is directly under that candle on the 382. I've been building this position as a dip lower into that 382. Let's see now if that is going to hold. So my stop is sitting at 10.18. You can maybe drop it a little bit lower, maybe just a touch lower there. 10.17, sorry, 10.16. Somewhere around there is probably a nice little level there for a stop for you guys. So watch that region. And you can see why. So 382 fib coming into play here for link. What are we looking for now? If we do get a little bit of a pullback, okay, we just want to print a higher low here. Some kind of structure here. You can nibble at those lows and then pop. We're looking for that kind of trend break on link. So pretty simple little game plan here on link. So watching 10.2, watch that area. If we hold that nice little higher low for us and maybe link gives us a little bit of juice there. And then your support, you can see that dump low, candle low. That's what you guys are going to be watching. And then 10.03 is an area of interest. 9.85 is an area of interest. We deal with that later, okay? If you hit a stop or anything like that, you're just going to chill, okay? Let it come back. This market's choppy. The market's volatile. You can just wait for it to play out, okay? If they're really going to start sending things lower, just kick back and wait. Okay, so link 9.857, that's probably your next banger zone that you're going to be looking at if this current region doesn't hold. So I would say look for structure around this area. You want to nibble around 10.22, that sort of vibe there, and then let it play out for you. Okay, I see make money, travel, enjoy. My fingers are always itchy. Guys, trust me, okay? I know the drill, okay? Take it away. You know, you want to have access to that shit. You want to take it away. Okay. Sol on the 4 hour, let's go. And nice little rejection for us. We touched on this yesterday. Obvious rejection zone, 137.5. Why was it a rejection zone? 382 resistance, horizontal resistance, anchored VWAP. Okay, bang, bang, bang. We had 3 reasons why that could reject there.
Well, hold on. Do we have 3 reasons of why we're not smashing the like? Like, we have 1,000 votes. But why don't we have 1,000 likes?
I'm dropping alpha. Guys, I'm dropping so much alpha here. Come on. I mean, I gave you the
it looks like Trump won the poll, though. Sorry to disturb, but it looks like Trump won.
What's going on here? According to the guys that watch my show, Trump won the debate. Okay, well, according to Poly Markets, he didn't. Okay. That's my case. Okay, let's go. Okay, Sol, key support here. You can see we've got a big candle now. They're trying to hold 130. But if we really have to be honest with ourselves, 126 for me is where it's at. So we've had a nice dump here into that region. Let's see how this holds. I'd like to see this 126. Okay, that for me is the potential player. So for me, big support Sol 126. Let's see if that region is going to help. Bogdan is here. Welcome, sir. And then your upside resistance 137.5. So no changes there. When we do break that, okay, you're going to see Bitcoin's going to be breaking some big areas as well, and these alts are going to turn super bullish. When we do break that, we're going to have so much fun. Okay, but right now, just be patient. You've got your 126. You can see 130 is an area of interest here for Sol, but most importantly, we want to print that higher low. Okay, we don't want to dip under 121, 120. We don't want to go there. Okay, it's going to get a little bit painful if we do, and we're going to see BTC closing a CME gap. If Sol is now losing 120 and things like that, the market's going to be burning. Okay, BTC is going to be dipping hard. So just prepare yourself for that, and be prepared to cut and sit back if you lose some of your levels. So Sol, you've got it. 126 watching, 130 watching this region right now. Could get some kind of bounce there at the moment. Then today, Vitalik, I mean, this guy's lost it. This guy's lost his mind. Okay, he's now got a girlfriend. He's not in it for the tech anymore, and you can see. Okay, a wallet related to him, he sold another 190 ETH. Okay, maybe he's buying like a little getaway at a 5-star hotel, like a spa vibe. Maybe they're on the beach. Who knows what he's trying to do with his lady there? And he's just dropping a little bit of ETH at the moment, and not looking good. Okay, he's dumping his own bags. Look at ETH. It looks like absolute dog shit. Looks like Matic at the moment. So not looking good, bro. Not looking good. My ETH bonus is really wearing off very quickly, and no changes for ETH. I'm not going to even talk any further. 2,100. That's your level. That's what you're watching. Rising trend. It's all there. Okay. Now let's talk some trades and let's talk some action. So today on Sniper Club, we got a couple of trades. Okay. One of them was Link. We are still sitting in this Link situation, and they've started with a nice injective trade that Sheldon gave everybody in Sniper Club. He's got a little 10x challenge running at the moment, and I wanted to get my own thing going as well in Sniper Club. So what I've done, in partnership with Zoomex, that I told you guys about yesterday. Looks like Matic. Yes, it does look like Matic. Absolute shit. I've got a partnership with Zoomex. They've started a trading competition. Guys, I need you. Okay, I want you in my team. Let's open some trades. Let's do some things in Zoomex. We're going to make it fun. I've invited Chaos. I want some indicator setups. I've got Ray with his multiple moving averages and his 3-minute situations. Okay, we're going to use it. We're going to take advantage of it. We're going to get stuck in. So Sniper Club members, I've created a channel in our Discord under the 10x challenge. I've created a Zoomex competition trading channel there for us. What you need to do is sign up to Zoomex. There's a link in the description for you, and you need to join my team. Okay, here's the squad details. Bang. And the guys are coming in. Okay, the guys are coming in. There they are. And let's get a team together. And do a couple of things here. So go to Zoomex. There's a link in the description here for you guys. Then you must just find my name is the squad name is the Disciples of Entry. Okay, I told you guys this yesterday. So find Zoomex here. You can see it there, 3rd or 4th from the top. Jump into Zoomex, sign up there, then go to the top and join my squad. So at the top there, it says ZWTC. Click on that thing, go to squad details or find my squad. You'll find me there, the Disciples of Entry. Okay, I need you guys in here. Let's have some fun. Let's take a couple of trades, and let's get this Zoomex situation ticking along nicely. Ray, are you ready for this, bro? Are you ready for this, bro? It's starting in the next... No, Zoomex, bro. It's starting in 24 hours. Okay, we're gonna need to let's just brief Ray. Maybe Ray doesn't even know. Okay, everyone watching this knows. Okay, Ray's gonna give us during the show. Okay, when the Zoomex thing is running, he's gonna have to give us 1 or 2 setups live during the show that we're gonna take with him. So no pressure, Ray. No pressure. Okay. You got it, bro. You got it. Okay, let's go. News on 𝗟𝗡𝗓. So one of the trades we took today was on 𝗟𝗡𝗓. We had a live trading session on Zoom where Aaron likes it, the Disciples of Entry. There's a bit of news on 𝗟𝗡𝗓. Okay, so we took a live trade earlier today. There were a couple done on Sniper Club, and 𝗟𝗡𝗓 was just looking pretty decent. I see there is a bit of news on 𝗟𝗡𝗓, but this thing looked like absolute dog shit over the last couple of days. We had the September dump. Let me show you. This September dump was roundabout here. Okay, that was the September dump. Now, if you look at the September dump on Phantom, AVAX, all these other tokens, or whatever, pick your favorite. They've all printed higher highs. Okay, 𝗟𝗡𝗓 has just been dumping basically essentially to zero at the moment, but we did pick up today that it was sitting at a 786, quite a big 786 pool. It wasn't looking very healthy, but we could see these guys were getting a little bit tired, and it started looking interesting. Look at this. It's a 786 pool from the 5th of August, and finally started settling in this little region here for us. And, within minutes after we started climbing into this thing, it started ripping. Okay, so 𝗟𝗡𝗓 now looking good. So if you are sitting in 𝗟𝗡𝗓, Sniper Club members, hopefully you guys held that position. Support you want to watch. you can see your dump lows, 19, and then you can see the lows here, 18.56, that type of region you could use now as potential stop areas. For me, we are now breaking through this region, okay? So I already added a little bit on my 𝗟𝗡𝗓 when we started sticking our head through here. If we do blow through this now, this time, I'm going to add extra to that 𝗟𝗡𝗓 position, and we're going to use 19.6 as our support. So just let this thing pop through now. 19.6, it must break through this. I want to reclaim this horizontal. Look at that. Nice horizontals there. When we've got support at 19.6, that is when we're trading this thing to 21. Okay, so just be patient now. You've had a nice bounce. No risk now involved for you. Let's get this thing pushing now. Once we reclaim 19.6, then I think there's a move to 21. On 𝗟𝗡𝗓 that we are looking at. So just keep this one on your watch list. You can see it's hot now. Okay, the guys have been buying this thing. There was a sell-off. They bought it up quickly. Okay, they might the bees. Okay, the bees are coming. So let's go where the bees are. I see Bogdan also took that trade. Look at this render. Come on. And I mean, this thing is absolute torture. So what are how's this render, bro? Okay, so let me just explain what's happened here with render. Yesterday we gave, or 2 days ago, we gave this setup on render. Bang, okay? Retest of the monthly pivot, sent, okay? What did they do? They came back, stopped me here, okay? Right at entry. What have they done? They dropped it onto the weekly pivot, retested the weekly pivot lows, and sent, okay? So just another interesting note here, and another interesting level of confluence here. So you saw what happened with that link position. We were letting link drop, but we had that 382 fib support. We had a big high impact zone, okay? That is one of the types of zones that I like, a 382 tied in with a couple of things for link, for example. Now render was dropping, and I said, well, we used the monthly pivot before as a bounce zone. We've now lost the monthly pivot. Where's the next easy algo support that I can use for render? Okay, it's dropped down onto the weekly pivot, giving us a massive reaction there on that weekly pivot low. So easy algo working as well with regular TA. Let's show you why that's working with regular TA. Look at this weekly pivot. Where's it sitting? Just above that 618 fib. Look at that, the 618 fib from the dump on the 6th of September. There it is, bang. Okay, so 618 fib in play here for us, 4.7, 4.8 as support for you, and then your weekly pivot low. So what do we do now with render? If you've missed this bounce, well, you need to be cautious, okay? Because you can see bigger picture now, we've actually lost a trend. Okay, so let's just get level-headed here. What you can see now, we've had a strong bounce. So again, scalper's paradise. If you want to play these types of areas, now we've had a strong bounce. We're pushing into that trend. So we just need to be a little bit careful up here. And this is the zone you're going to be watching carefully now, okay? Anchored VWAP, 5.16, 618 fib, 5.12, and your rising trend and horizontal. So for me, that's a danger zone. For me, that's a TP zone. For me, that's a potential short area. Okay, so look out up here. If you're not in a long currently on render, there might be some kind of short opportunity brewing here for you guys. Okay, so look out for that. That could be a play. Again, you know, I mean, it's not like we want to bring
BTC.
We don't want to bring the bears, okay? But the stuff is here, okay? The stuff is here right in front of us. And if this render is now going to push higher, okay, look out for that, okay? Danger zone here, 5.17, bang. That is what we're looking at. So look out there, potential short scalp here for you guys. And you want to push it back to that 618 at about 4.8. Okay, so if we do get a strong green push now later today, watch out there, potential short in play for you. And all we're doing here is, you know, we're focusing on high reaction zones, high impact areas. You can focus on them, look for shorts. You can focus on them, look for longs. Okay, just play the same areas consistently, play the same strength regions consistently, and then you guys will come out on top. Okay, so here's a simple little setup here. This is a trend. I want to just reverse this for you guys just to give you a picture. Bang. Okay, so if we got a trend break and we were saying where we're going to go long, that's where we would go long, 5.12, and it's the same for the inverse. Okay, now we're retesting that thing. We've broken out of the trend. That for me is a potential short zone on render. Okay, so get your alarms out here for render. Let's just mark that one as well. Hopefully, if it hits here, I'm not sleeping. I'm adding an alert there. Bang. And we're ready to go. Okay, so when we ping that region, that is where you can look for a potential short, and your risk is going to be relatively small. I mean, this whole band here is about 1.4, 1.5%. So nothing unreasonable there from a risk perspective. And I see Bajan says, holding my bags to the bull, all spot buys. Look, if you're holding a ton of spot and the market turns viciously bullish, you're going to be very pleased with yourself, okay? You can top that up with a couple of leverage trades and things like that. Watch my show for these type of setups. But if you're holding, 80% of your stuff is spot positions and stuff like that, you're going to be very satisfied by the end of it. Okay, let's talk 𝗬𝗏. This was another one that I wanted to bring to you guys today. Just a little update on 𝗬𝗏 so you can see bigger picture. We always zoom out. We want to see exactly what is going on. And we can see we've got our dumps from August. Okay, we've now printed a higher low. So now we're saying, okay, cool, we're staying bullish. Yes, we've got a higher low in play. We are now looking for a bigger picture. But if we look at this chart, you can see, it's quite hot. Okay, so it makes sense that if we get some kind of potential pullback there on 𝗬𝗏. So what do? We can zoom in now on smaller time frames and say, okay, where's the hot zones? If we get some kind of pullback here, where do we dial in? Get our leverage type entries and things like that. And that for me is got to be around 266. This is my first region of interest for me for 𝗬𝗏. So if you're looking for some kind of leverage play, look at this. We've got horizontals here. Bang. Look at that. Perfect in that region. Then I've got this anchored VWAP from the dumps on the 6th of September. Look at this thing pushing higher for us. That tells me this region over here, 266, 264, somewhere in that area is quite a hot zone for me. So let's see if you've missed that, for example, and you're feeling a bit of FOMO, just sit it out. Okay, you don't have to be in that trade. When the market's bleeding into these hot zones, that is where you want to strike. Okay, then your alternate plan is to start trading trend breaks and things on, say, 15-minute candles and stuff like that. But right now, for me, this picture tells me 266 for 𝗬𝗏. That's the first zone of interest for me. Then you can see to the upside, I've got the 50-day MA, I've got the 100-day MA. We know this is big resistance for us. So this is also why I'm cautious in this area. We're sitting at a resistance band. Look at that. We can watch these horizontals. You can see what's in front of you. It's a bit of a danger zone. Okay, so just a little bit careful in that area there. We are in a rejection zone until proven otherwise. When do we turn bullish? Okay, we can turn bullish when we dump onto, for example, this region. We can test a couple of longs there. Look out over there. Alternatively, if we get a hard break through this tough moving average zone, 100-day, 50-day, if we get a hard break through there, okay, you're going to look for that rejection of that type of region, and then we're looking for buys up there. Okay, so once we break through, you're looking for buys at that 288 level on 𝗬𝗏. So right now, no long position here for me. You want to see this lower, or you want to see this potentially higher. Yes, it's a bear zone. Okay, if you're looking for a short, this is a bear zone. This is a reaction area where you could start that journey. And remember, you've got this rising trend as well. So if we do drift lower, and let's say you open some kind of short in this region, we drift low, we start losing that trend, you can even add to that short because you're most likely going back to that 618 type region. So watch out. Okay, that is the plan, full game plan there on 𝗬𝗏 for you guys. Then Phantom, I wanted to update you as well. If we look at this chart, level head, totally reasonable on the 12-hour. You can see this thing's a bit hot. Okay, it would make sense if they wanted to give you a slight pullback on Phantom. Now, not saying it's going to happen, but what do we have here? We've got resistance in this region, so maybe they give you one more pump and then they want to send this thing down. So just be a little bit careful here on Phantom. We dealt with this one yesterday, and I want to deal with it again, okay, because there's a chance that this market could fall over, and there's an opportunity here for a few potential entries. Now, things have changed slightly. We had a bit of a pump on Phantom, so we've had to adjust some of our fibs. You can see we've had to move them a little bit higher here, but I'm still loving as confluence for me this region, this 45 zone. I've got the anchored VWAP here. Look at that. We've seen beautiful reactions off that, so I wouldn't be surprised if we hit that zone, we get some kind of bounce there on Phantom. 0.454, look for that. That could be a really nice scalp opportunity for you guys. And then this massive support band that we spoke about yesterday, it's huge. Okay, it's the 50-day, it's the anchored VWAP, it's the 618, it's the horizontals. There's so much going on here for Phantom at this 41 region. So look out here. If there is further weakness for me, that's a high conviction play for me on Phantom. That's a high conviction long that we are going to be looking at. So watching those areas again, take a photo of this chart, save this chart. Okay, when the market falls over, you want to be able to go back and look at these things. So sometimes I've explained before, like on a weekend, I don't feel like pulling out my Mac and things like that. I just rewatch some of the show for some of the charts that I've been watching just to get some of these levels. So mark these on your charts, take a photo, do what you need to do on these things. Then another one I've got for you guys is Rune. Okay, also looking good on the 12-hour. I wanted to give you guys a detailed breakdown here as to what is going on. We know Rune has been super bullish lately. It's bounced so nicely after that dump we had the other day, and it's actually broken a trend for us. So we've broken this descending trend on the 12-hour. Nice clean break. Look at that rejection off the 100-day moving average, just using an MA. Okay, look at that rejection off the 100-day moving average, pushing it down. What does it bounce off? Okay, such beautiful stuff here. Bounces off the 50-day moving average. Look at that. So a tight little range between the 100-day and the 50-day MA. It retests it on trend on 50-day MA. Okay, lovely little region here for us. 3.85 that you're currently watching on Rune. Then what you can do is dial in and say, okay, give me this bigger picture here. What is actually happening now on smaller time frames here? Where can I actually snipe some entries here and things like that? So you can see right now, Rune, until it starts printing new highs, okay, we're going to remain a little bit bearish on it. You can see we've got these highs here. We've got these two tops here, and we're in the danger of rejecting one more time in that region. We need to just be aware of this, okay? So unless we start breaking higher, we've got to be cautious here. So where can this thing go? For me, a little visit to 3.8 looks quite nice. I've got the anchored VWAP pushing up. I've got my 382 that hasn't been tapped yet. Look at that. They haven't tapped it, okay? They've just tapped the 50-day MA. So for me, 3.8, that's the next reaction zone. That's the next bounce zone that I'm watching closely for Rune. I want to see some action there. Okay, so there's no urgency now. If you want to jump into a long now, it's pretty high risk. Okay, you've got your clear resistance in front of you, and your downside bounce area it's pretty deep. Okay, so let's just look how deep that is. Okay, if you're jumping into a long now on Rune, okay, your risk now, because you'd want to hold this thing to confirm that you're losing the trend, is 5.6%. So work that out with your leverage. Is it actually worth trying a Rune position there, or do you wait for it to go higher and then retest support again on some kind of pullback, or do you sit back and let this thing fall over now and wait for your 3.8 entry, because that could be a zone to test along. That's where you're going to get about a 1% stop instead of trying to get a 5% stop now, for example. So couple of interesting things, guys. I really hope you're learning stuff here from me. Okay, I want you guys to come out of this sorted, because when this market turns bullish, you guys that are watching the show now, it's going to benefit you the most. You're going to get latecomers coming into this market. They're not going to know what's going on, and you're going to be using TA skills, stuff you've learned here from me. Okay, and these guys will be your exit liquidity later on. Okay, so do the work now, do the hard work. There's links in the description. Again, I remind you guys, all these exchanges that I use, and take a look at the school. Okay, learn basic TA. Now's the time. Okay, spend some weekends, do what you need to do basic TA stuff so you can understand all this mumbo jumbo that I'm talking about, and it will start making a lot more sense to you guys if you do have a clear understanding. So jump in, join the school, and listen to my tip about that render. About that ledger. Okay, it's a helpful tip for you guys. Okay, leave your comments, leave your tokens in the comments. You want me to chart for you guys? Ray actually said to me, refresh the show. There were no comments yesterday for tokens that you wanted. So drop me tokens. I'm happy to chart them. Ray will send me a whole bunch, and we'll make sure that some of them are relevant for the show. And I'll get 2 or 3 out for you guys and make sure that you are covered. So after the show, in the comments, you know what to do. Great. Okay, good luck. You've got everything you need. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Rune's got a pump, bro.